The invention of Gutenberg's printing press was a monumental leap for Western civilization. It revolutionized the spread of information, igniting an era of widespread literacy. Yet with its incredible power came unintended consequences: political unrest, misinformation, and even wars and revolts. It's a striking example of how mass media technology can destabilize a society. Johannes Gutenberg's printing press, created in 1440, wasn't the world's first encounter with printing. In the Far East, woodblock printing had existed in China since around 220 AD, and movable type printing was in use as early as the 11th century. What set Gutenberg apart was his innovation, combining movable type with a screw press, inspired by ancient olive and wine presses. His design used a long handle to turn a heavy screw, pressing paper firmly onto inked, movable type. The real breakthrough was the mold he invented, allowing the rapid and precise creation of movable type letters. With these combined innovations, Gutenberg's press could produce roughly 3,600 pages a day, a staggering leap from the 40 pages produced by traditional methods. In 1455, Gutenberg famously used his press to print the Latin Vulgate Bible in Mainz. The invention spread like wildfire across Europe. Within just a few decades, over 200 cities in a dozen countries had adopted the technology. By the year 1500, 20 million volumes had been produced, and the number only skyrocketed in the following century, with an estimated 150 to 200 million copies circulating by the 16th century. The era of mass communication had begun. The impact on Western civilization was profound. Books and pamphlets, once painstakingly hand-copied, could now be mass-produced. Literacy and education surged as people sought to absorb this newfound abundance of knowledge. Ideas spread faster and further than ever before, connecting distant communities and giving voice to previously isolated thinkers. But with this rapid dissemination of information came a darker side. Radical and obscure ideas, once confined to small circles, could now gain mass traction overnight. Political and religious authorities faced growing threats as their control over information slipped away. Historian A.H. Palmer observed that when new information technologies emerge, the first to seize them are often those who were previously silenced: the marginalized, the radicals, the dissenters. The most famous example of this phenomenon was the Protestant Reformation. Martin Luther's 95 Theses, nailed to a church door in 1517, became a viral sensation. By 1520, 500,000 copies of his works were in circulation. He became the first best-selling author of the 1500s. Reformers like Calvin and Bullinger followed suit, spreading their ideas at unprecedented speeds. In response, Catholic authorities scrambled to print counter-arguments, but the damage was done. The printing press had turned what could have been a localized theological dispute into a continent-wide schism. Beyond religion, the printing press fueled political revolutions. During the French Revolution, propaganda pamphlets circulated widely, promoting Enlightenment ideals and urging rebellion against the monarchy. Political cartoons, easily digestible by the illiterate masses, fanned the flames of unrest. In the American Revolution, pamphlets were a crucial weapon. Revolutionary leaders like Ben Franklin and Paul Revere used printed propaganda to sway public opinion. Franklin even published a fake newspaper article in 1782, alleging British-backed Native American atrocities to shock European readers and influence peace negotiations. The press didn't just reshape ideas, it reshaped economies too. Before Gutenberg, scribes and artisans were vital, hand-copying and illuminating manuscripts. The printing press rendered their skills obsolete almost overnight, triggering economic shifts that paralleled the political and cultural upheavals. Fast forward to today. Our modern printing presses, social media, and AI mirror this historical pattern. Just as Gutenberg's invention unleashed a flood of both knowledge and chaos, platforms like Facebook and X have amplified voices both mainstream and extreme. The 2010 Arab Spring, dubbed the Facebook Revolution, showed how social media can ignite protests and topple regimes. And like the pamphlets of old, misinformation now spreads with alarming speed. Political polarization has surged as digital echo chambers trap individuals in ever narrower worldviews. The ideological battles once fought on paper are now waged online. Gutenberg's printing press, and the turmoil that followed, reminds us that the rapid spread of information, while empowering, carries the risk of destabilization. So the pressing question remains, is our modern society doomed to fracture under the weight of mass media technologies? Can we find ways to mitigate this fragmentation? Or could decentralization actually be a path forward? We leave you with these questions to ponder. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.